What if, just 400 kilometers above our heads, floating in the silent void, there was another Earth, a perfect twin of our planet, with oceans, mountains, cities, forests, and people, living almost the same lives as we do, unaware of how close they are to us? Imagine stepping outside at night, raising your eyes to the sky, and not seeing a pale moon, but another glowing sphere, blue and green, almost identical to ours, orbiting in sync, so close that you could distinguish the lights of its continents. In this scenario, humanity would have discovered the twin planet centuries ago, and as technology advanced, the question would no longer be if we could reach it, but how soon we could travel there. Because the distance of 400 kilometers is less than the length of a car trip between two cities. Scientists would build massive elevators, shuttles, and even bridges of energy that allow constant exchange, and the dream of crossing worlds would become a routine, as simple as taking a train or a plane. At first, the excitement would be overwhelming. Explorers would step on the twin world expecting a mirror, but small differences would shock them. A familiar city might exist, but with different rulers, different monuments, maybe even the same person you know, but with another destiny, another career, another family. Meeting your other self would raise questions no philosophy had prepared us for. Some would rush to find their doubles, curious about what they could have been. Others would fear it, worried that comparison would steal the meaning of their own life. The economy would transform overnight, because anything rare on Earth could be mined or harvested on the twin. Energy, resources, even food could double, yet at the same time, competition would double too. Nations would argue about borders not only on one world, but on two, and the politics of control would stretch across the thin space between planets. Religion would face a storm of questions. If humans exist twice, does that mean history repeats endlessly? Or that creation is a puzzle with mirrored pieces? Some would call the second Earth a paradise, others a temptation. Ordinary people, however, would treat it more simply. Families would take weekend trips across worlds. Young couples would go on dates on the twin planets' beaches. Children would brag at school that they saw the sunrise not just on Earth, but on its copy. Travel agencies would sell packages like breakfast on Earth, dinner on the twin. But beneath the wonder, a deeper tension would grow. If our Earth suffers drought, war, or disaster, people would look at the other Earth as an escape, a backup, a place to run. And soon the twin would feel the weight of refugees, migrants, and dreamers seeking a better version of life. Imagine the psychological impact. When you fail here, you might believe your double succeeded there, living the life you wish you had. Would jealousy rise? Would people abandon their own responsibilities, chasing after a reflection? Governments might restrict crossings, invent passports not between countries but between planets, controlling who can step into the mirror world. Black markets would flourish, smugglers carrying goods, or even people secretly between the two. And somewhere in the middle of this chaos, individuals would ask the hardest question. Are we still unique if another version of us breathes just 400 kilometers away? Maybe one day war would erupt, not between nations, but between Earth and its twin, as fear of replacement grows. Or maybe peace would prevail, and humanity would finally learn cooperation by facing itself. Because in the end, the existence of a twin planet is like holding a giant mirror to civilization. Every flaw, every brilliance, every cruelty and kindness would be doubled, exposed, and undeniable. Perhaps that mirror would destroy us, or perhaps it would save us, reminding us that we are not alone, even with ourselves. And the most haunting thought of all is this: if there is one twin planet, why not 2, 3, or 1,000, scattered like reflections in cosmic glass, each only a few steps away, waiting for us to decide whether we are ready to meet who we might have been?